Oh, Jean! You know, I've been dying to meet you lately. I have so many questions that I was pondering to ask you. I hope you don't mind me being nosy. I'm just wondering if you're able to still give birth to a child. I just ask you this because you're getting on in age, and of course some women have such a small window to get pregnant in. I don't know, but aren't you past that prime age to give birth? I feel like it's definitely better when a woman is younger and more beautiful. From the looks of it, it seems that you're almost in your 50s, correct? That's so ancient. I can't believe how you haven't accomplished a really important goal in life.
No, you're far from guessing my age correctly, Olive. I've only just turned 40. Do I really look that old? You're joking, right?
Huh? Oh my god, you're 40 already? In any case, it doesn't change the fact that you've definitely become an old, rundown hag. When you get to those ages, 40 and 50 are basically the same thing, right? It's gross.
No, I don't think that's true at all, Olive. Do you really think making fun of me is going to get you anywhere in this conversation? You know one day you're going to get old too, Olive, okay? You may be still in your late 20s and feel young and possibly unstoppable. I get that. I used to be more like that. But you know, everyone ages and eventually you'll be on the same path as me. You know, you saying all this to me now isn't going to help your case once you start getting older. Someone might turn around and say the same thing as what you did to me.
Wow, that's so enlightening. It's not like I'm listening to a sermon done by a wrinkled old hag. It's embarrassing to just have to listen to you whine and moan about age. There are things that older people aren't supposed to do anymore because of the fact that they're in a certain age bracket. Do you actually understand that, Jean? You do realize that talking about memories, boasting, and preaching to younger people are the 3 big no-nos, right? We don't need to hear that crap. Even though you preach your little speech to me, it's not going to resonate with me at all. Since I'm thankfully not in your age group.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that, Olive. But I think it never hurts to listen to what other people have to say every once in a while. It would help you out a lot in life.
Are you kidding me with that? This is exactly what I mean. People like me who are young and have their whole life ahead of them don't need to be lectured to about age, alright? I guess I just gave you some of my own advice. No preaching. There's nothing good about being an old woman who's also dumb. Aren't you glad that my brother picked you up before you started to rot and get even more wrinkles, Jean? It's crazy that he likes older hags in society.
Okay, I've had enough of these awful things you're saying. Is there any point in this conversation, Olive? No matter what I say, you always throw it back in my face. So are you going to tell me why you are talking to me like this? What do you want from me this time, Olive? You're obviously gone out of your way to contact me, so what is it?
Oh, yes, of course. I knew there was a reason as to wanting to message you. Actually, I've got an announcement to share with you. I'm, in fact, going to have a baby. I just found out that I'm pregnant. Can you believe it? Me, Olive, having a child. I knew there was a plus to having a younger body.
Whoa, what? You're pregnant? Oh, wow. That's really exciting, Olive. Congratulations. I can't believe you're going to be having a baby. That's crazy news to hear today.
I know, right? But yes, thank you very much for those kind words, Jean. Now that I'm pregnant, I'm going to be given a lot of congratulatory gifts and money. It's going to be great.
Oh, well, I should have guessed that's what you meant when you got so excited. I suppose you can celebrate with that, but also you're going to be having a little newborn baby soon.
Yes, that as well. But I'm so glad I'm finally pregnant. Thank you very much for saying congratulations to me. My husband was also very happy about the news. So happy, in fact, that he told me that I can go ahead and tell everyone about it. We've just entered a really stable period in the pregnancy, so of course it was fine to announce it to everyone. But I was wondering the whole time if it was a good idea to report to you, Jean. I was in 2 minds about telling you.
Why would you be in two minds about telling me when I'm your sister-in-law? What would it have been like if you didn't tell me and I just found out a different way?
Well, it would be awful to do that, no? But I also didn't want to just blurt it out and tell you, since it might hurt your feelings to know my success. Think about it. My sister-in-law, who's in her 40s and still hasn't been able to give birth to a single child. You'd get jealous so easily. But I think it would have been cute to tell you either way.
No, I think that you're overthinking it too much when it comes to my age. Just because I've hit a different milestone doesn't mean that I'm always thinking about how I haven't had a child. Anyways, enough about that. I think it's great that you're pregnant, so I wish you congratulations again on being healthy and being able to carry a child, okay?
Huh? You're actually really happy for me and not thinking about how you're missing out on having a baby? I don't know how you're not. It must be a little painful for you, right? Finding this out. You must understand your own situation, right? After all, a woman who can't bear a child is obviously broken. You're truly a defect when it comes to doing your duty for the human race.
Excuse me? What the heck did you just say to me, Olive? Did you just turn around and call me a defect? Are you kidding me right now? Just hang on a minute. I can't let you get away with saying something so utterly horrible to me, alright? Do you know how utterly horrible it is to say something like that to another woman?
Oh, right. I suppose you may be right about that. I actually do apologize to you profusely. My mouth wasn't connected to my brain just a minute ago, so it sort of slipped out. But oh my god, I'm so relieved that I'm pregnant, and so I can relax and take it easy these next 7 months or so. I'm sure I'll think before I speak again, too. However, I do apologize for speaking the truth, because that was all I wanted to do, Jean. I'm not going to lie if I don't need to.
Wow. Of course, you turn around and just say more horrible things to me. Just great, Olive. I should have expected nothing less from you, to be honest. But I still think it's a good thing that you're happy and you're pregnant. It can take some women a while to get pregnant. It can be a long process. However, there's no need for you to look down on other people in their situations. Everyone lives life differently, and that's okay in my opinion.
Okay, well, just know that I really don't mean the things I say. They just slip out. But you know, I still feel so sorry for my brother right now. All because he married an older woman, and now I have an old hag as a sister-in-law. I can't help what I say to you. I guess from now on, you won't be able to have children.
Well, I'll have you know that we both knew that when it came to us dating at the start of our relationship. And also when we got married, so that's why I expect to not have kids.
Wow, are you kidding me? That's absolutely insane of you to say. What a waste of life if you don't have kids to raise. I guess you'll never experience the joy of having a child. That would be an incredibly impossible life for me to live. I would not want to be on this earth if that happened to me. It's definitely impossible.
Even though you say that to me, that's not something we can do on our own. We really have thought about it, and we're fine not having children.
Oh, if only he had married a younger woman, then maybe my brother would have had a chance to have a child. You know, I feel so sorry for him the most.
Now I know how you feel about my marriage to your brother. I get it, Olive. Why would you say these sort of things to me? Don't you think before you speak?
Well, there were more women hanging out with him too, you know? If only he chose to date one of the other women, he wouldn't be in this situation. I feel like he would have had a better shot at life if you weren't with him. You know, it's okay for you to not be with my brother.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying is simply not true. I married your brother because I felt like we were a good match and that we were destined to be together. Besides, I'm too old to go on dates with other men, and I wouldn't want to anyways because I love my husband very much, and I don't want to leave him.
But that's what I mean, Jean. Just not be with my brother and be alone for the rest of your life. Actually, my dear sister-in-law, I've got a question for you. I'm actually very curious, and I've wanted to ask you this question for a long time. Have you ever been in a relationship with a foreigner?
What the heck is with this question, Olive? Where did this come from? Since when were we talking about foreigners? Why this topic all of a sudden?
Well, I heard that the other day my brother held an international exchange party and that you didn't participate. Is that correct? Are you hiding away with your secret lover? Was it some mysterious guy who speaks Italian or something? Were you off somewhere fixing his poor communication skills?
Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Well, I haven't really interacted with a lot of foreigners, so I didn't go to the party, no. I don't know, I haven't thought about it a lot.
That's to be expected from you. You don't think much. Isn't it better to take on the challenge of meeting new people? It's a bit lame to have no experience at your age.
I don't think so. I'm just a shy person, Olive. What are you talking about? I'm already married, so I've got no interest in meeting other men.
Huh? Are you sure about that? You're not tempted to be with another man, not even a foreigner? Someone who can swoon you with their language or something? All you've got to do is just get divorced once, and you've got all the freedom in the world to meet up with some hot foreigners, okay?
What are you getting at here, Olive? I'm very happy with your brother, and I'm not doing anything to jeopardize that. So why don't you drop it, please? Why are you even talking about this sort of thing? If you want to do something like that, go ahead. But I've got no intention of doing anything to betray my husband.
Okay, I knew you were going to be boring when it came to this. If you're already becoming an old hag and don't have much dating experience, what's the point of being alive, Jean? Come on, think about it. And on top of that, you can't have children either, right? If it was me, I wouldn't like to live a life of misery.
Wow, Olive. There was no need to go that far, alright? I'm living the life I love in my own way. So stop hassling me about how I live my life.
Oh, oops. Did I hit a nerve or something? How can you act so cold towards me when all I'm doing is giving you helpful advice? I just need you to be aware about one thing. You're being old and not doing what a woman is actually supposed to do is causing trouble for the family, alright?
Causing trouble? Are you kidding me right now? Look, I'm sorry, but I'm done with this conversation. I've had enough. I'm going to stop talking to you now.
Hey, Jean, are you there? I was wondering if you had heard from Olive today. I just got a call from her telling me she's pregnant. She didn't say anything mean to you this time, did she?
Hi, sweetie. Yeah, I heard from her today, yes. She said that she had an announcement to give me. As you can imagine, there were a lot of hurtful things said to you by her.
I should have known she would have said a lot of things to you. I really don't get what she has against you, Jean. I'm really sorry about this, love. She never listens to me when I tell her to stop, and as for her, she would have wanted our kids to get along. You know, as cousins should, but...
Yeah, I get what you mean, Arthur. She doesn't seem to get that some people can have children and others can't. I'm sure it's definitely better to have a child, but...
Well, I also have a problem about how this is being handled. I'm going to tell her that too. Also, it's okay for you to bite back at her, you know? Okay? She didn't say anything too forceful to you, did she? Because she thinks she can say whatever she wants and doesn't care about the other person's feelings.
Not really, but I thought that it was more known that it's difficult for us to have children. But maybe it's good that she doesn't know that, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so. Because at that point she might start putting the blame fully on you when it's both of us who can't have children.
We can't do much more about that, Arthur. It's neither of our faults at all. But yeah, there's no need to tell Olive, who honestly doesn't need to be privy to that information.
Yes, of course. She'll just make the situation worse, and we don't need that kind of stress right now. But I do want to say something to her about how she speaks to you. I don't think I've ever heard her give so much hate to anyone but you, Jean. It's horrible how she treats you, and I want to teach her a lesson.
That's very true. She needs to know that she can't just say whatever pops into her head. She has no self-control over what she says to people, and it's very annoying. For her, you mean, the most that she has to attack me for is just being in your life. I hate it when she says bad things to me. I really don't know if anything we say to her will make her change what she says. I feel like the result of this is just going to change how she interacts with me.
Well, yeah. You may be right about that. But Jean, she needs to learn to not speak to you like that. You're being too nice to her.
I know I am. I just want there to be peace amongst us all, but she's making it very difficult to do that. There's no need to make things worse than they already are. But the words that she's saying to me lately are getting too much for me to handle. To be honest, I feel like she's trying to rip my heart out of my body.
Jean, are you being serious right now? She's been talking that badly to you. You shouldn't have to feel like that when you talk to family. I'm really sorry about this, my love. This has gone too far this time, and I think you know that as well. If you feel like there's nothing that can be done, I guess we need to cut ties from her.
Oh, really? You'd really go that far? Thank you so much for understanding and listening to me. Just for you to say that makes me feel so much more at ease. I feel like a huge weight is going to be lifted off my shoulders if we do something like this. It's always so hard to talk to her, especially when she rubs stuff in my face.
But that woman has had things boiling up in her for a long time, and she's just unloading everything onto you. It's not fair. I don't want to cause any more trouble either. My family and I are completely indebted to you. She was the one who eloped, and we didn't hear from her, and she's caused so much strife. Now she wants to return to our parents' house and have this child. I can't believe her, to be honest. She thinks everyone will just do what she says.
Well, you elope because you want to be with the person you love, but it's still hard to understand why'd she do something like that to your family. But in the end, I guess it all worked out for her, since she got married and now she's going to have a baby soon. It's kind of crazy though. Her husband gives off that criminal vibe.
Yeah, all of this is a bit complicated to me, especially, being the older brother and all. She gives me the impression that she's enjoying life too much and she'll get in trouble if she doesn't watch out. Like the other day, she was definitely having too much fun when I held that international exchange party. She made friends with quite a few participants. I don't know. But the other day I saw her getting really cozy with some foreign guy, and it's really suspicious behaviour in my opinion, considering she's married.
Oh, okay. But what exactly about it is suspicious, sweetie? It was supposed to be fun, right? No harm in that, right? But what exactly happened?
Oh, yeah, the party itself was fun and it was a good time for sure. I might be wrong here. There was some Italian guy in the group and I saw they were holding hands with my married sister. Like, surely I'm wrong about this, right? I was just seeing things, right? They can't have been holding hands, right?
The heck? No way. Is that true? To be honest, I think you're right, Arthur. I'm pretty sure that happened. I'm not sure if it was that guy or not. But we need to deep dive into the details.
Yeah, you're right. It just seems so wrong of her to do something like that, considering she's pregnant. I was just shocked with what I saw, to be honest.
No, I don't blame you, Arthur. It's horrible to betray someone you married like that. She's an adult and should know better. She's pregnant and she wants to celebrate that. But it seems the wrong way now.
You really do have a big heart, my dear. I'm really glad that I married someone like you. Thank you for choosing me to be your husband. What are we going to do? I mean, it sounds like she's going to be returning to our parents' house soon, so I guess I'll welcome her back and confront her about some things.
Oh my god, Jean! It's just so rude and uninviting that my sister-in-law gets to live in such a nice house. This family doesn't need you, so please leave.
I don't get why I should be the one who has to leave, Olive. You turn around and say this even though I welcomed you back with open arms. I thought it was only fair to move you back in because you came to have the baby. But I'm tired of being criticized by you day after day.
That's why I'm telling you now to get out. Our family has no use for a woman who can't bear children. It's disgusting. You do know that I threw all your luggage away, right? That room was once yours and had all of your crappy things in it. It's now full with my lovely and priceless things. It's my room now, so you've got nowhere to stay.
Is this some kind of sick prank? Are you seriously telling me that you threw out my things? You're forcing me out of my house? What's your problem, Olive?
No problem. You just naturally don't deserve to be in this house, Jean. I saw that my brother brought a younger woman over to bear his children. I hope that he brings her home so that we can be rid of you forever. It's going to be so nice having a younger woman in the house along with me.
I can't believe you're doing this to me. Do you know how insane this is? Did you throw out your brother's things as well?
I'm pretty sure that all I threw away was your stuff. I made my own decision when it came to that. Even though you don't have any children, you still have a big house. It makes no sense to me. That's why I want you gone. It's better to have a little crisis to deal with, Jean, so that you can think fast as to what to do.
Okay, Olive, we've had enough of this. You've gone way too far this time. I should have expected you to try something like this, but I'll never forgive you for it.
Oh, boo-hoo! Shut up, you old hag. I don't give a crap about how you feel about this. I just want you out. From now on, this is the house I live in, not you. It was such a great idea for me to elope and come back to the new home. I'm so smart. So you both need to get out now, or else.
You know, Olive, I really don't understand you at all. Why would you do something like this to your own family? Do you know how evil you are?
Fine, I'll say it again. You're an unproductive old hag who can no longer push out a child, so there's no point to you being in the family. I don't want my baby being subjected to someone like you in this house, so that's why I'm asking you to leave now. I don't want me or my baby to be exposed to all of your germs.
Oh, so that's how you feel about me then. I should have known after the way you've been talking to me these past few months. I get it. Good luck to you, Olive.
If anyone needs luck right now, it's you. You're the one who's going to have to find a new house to live in, otherwise you'll be on the streets.
Yeah, I guess you're right. We will no longer go anywhere near that house. We'll no longer bother you with our presence anymore. Enjoy having it all to yourself. Goodbye.
Jean! Hey! I need your help! Please, you need to get back to the house immediately. There's no way that I can deal with this on my own, so I really need you to come back. Please help me.
I heard what you're dealing with from Arthur. You know, after how you've been treating me, I don't want to help you, so ask someone else. I've got nothing else to say to you.
Hey! No, come on, don't say such things, Jean. Of course you should help me out. I'm your sister-in-law, after all. I'm sure you heard about this home loan business from Arthur. Were you the one who was paying for it this entire time? Are you kidding me? Why didn't you say something to me before I moved back in? When the bill came, I couldn't pay for it.
Oh, yes, about that. Yeah, I was paying for the home loan, yes. I knew that you'd message me asking for my help. So far, this is what I expected from you.
I guess so, but it's because I can't pay for the loan, and I also had no idea that you were paying for the loan. You're so kind, so I thought that you would help. I'm not in a good position to pay for any bills or big loans. Because of the way you are, I thought that you would assist since I'm in a bad position.
Huh? What do you mean that I would help you out? I don't understand what you mean at all. To be honest, you don't understand me and how I work anymore, Olive. You're a complete scumbag that comes nowhere near close to deserving any help from anyone. You got into this mess yourself, so get out of it.
Please don't say things like that to me, Jean, please. I don't know what else to do right now. My head is coming up with blanks. We're the same, are we not? You understand my situation right now, don't you? You can't just leave me with no help at all. I really need some assistance, so please just help me out.
You know, there's one thing that I've learned from this. The father of your child isn't some criminal. He's some foreigner that you might on a whim, right?
So what? This must be some kind of misunderstanding that we've got going on here. I never thought something like this would happen.
Well, I don't think anyone would think that, considering how horrible you've been to me. I didn't know you were two-timing your husband and your side piece, Olive. You're having a relationship with some foreigner while you're married to some criminal. It makes no sense, but I know that the father is different.
Shut up, Jean! You don't know anything! I don't know what you're talking about. I've never had a relationship with a foreigner before. But so what if I'm interested in them? That Italian guy was really nice to me, and one thing led to another. Marco was so kind and sweet, and...
So it's true. I should have known you were doing something with that Marco guy. Your brother wondered if something was going on with the two of you. When the international exchange partner was going on, you two were getting really friendly, and it looked too close to be only friends. Arthur told me that he saw you two almost snuggling up with one another. Weren't you two walking hand in hand almost all night? Olive, don't you know that's cheating?
Wait, what did you just say? Are you telling me that my brother saw what I was doing? You're kidding me, right? Are you sure he wasn't just seeing things?
Well, he was hoping that he was wrong, but he saw what he saw. And now, from the sounds of it, it's been proven correct. There's no way he didn't see you both holding hands.
Oh, come on! Everyone makes mistakes, right? Even though I'm married, I still have an attraction for other men. It's natural. I get confused sometimes.
Not to the point that they cheat and act on those feelings. I bet all my money that the baby that you're going to have is very much not your husband's. So we took everything into our hands and told your husband what you've done. Don't you know how horrible it is to betray someone you're married to, Olive?
How dare you! You called my husband and told him what happened? Are you crazy? Why would you do that? How could you? You're going to regret this.
I don't think I'll regret doing anything to you, Olive, considering you very much deserve everything that comes to you now. You stabbed your husband in the back. He deserved to know so that he can deal with this situation properly. I'm sick of having this conversation with you. I've got a life to live and I don't want to waste any more of my time with you. I hope you find some way of paying all those bills that'll be sent to you. But at this rate, you might be kicked out of the house for what you've done. Goodbye, Olive. We're officially cutting ties with you from today. I really hope that baby gets an okay life, even though you'll be its mother. Good luck with everything.
After the conversation ended with Jean, Olive's life completely flipped upside down. Olive had her child, who ended up being the Italian guy's child. He got roped into being with her, and it seems like they're raising the child while he works all hours to keep them afloat. Her delinquent husband got really mad at her once he found out about the affair. Apparently, she was asked to pay alimony to him since she cheated on him. They eventually settled everything and got divorced. Arthur was turning a blind eye to how Olive was talking to Jean and felt really bad for it. He was completely taken aback by the incident, so they both decided to disconnect themselves from Olive. Naturally, Olive got kicked out of the house after she tried to throw Arthur and Jean out. They were able to reclaim the house and have promised each other to not have anything to do with Olive anymore, even though she has a baby. They hope that Olive will take the opportunity to think back on what she's done to them and that she'll treat people better in the future.
Hey, Sophie, where are you?
I'm at my office. Didn't I tell you this morning that I'm gonna be working overtime today?
Why do you always come home later than me recently? Are you cheating on me?
No, I'm not. I'm responsible for 2 projects now.
I see. Where's my dinner?
Didn't you see the note on the dinner table? It's in the fridge, so heat it up and eat that.
I don't want to eat cold-ass food.
Sorry, but there's nothing I can do.
You're joking, right? Didn't you think about coming home early from work and continuing to work on the project tomorrow?
No, because I have a meeting in like 20 to 30 minutes about one of the projects, so I need to stay here.
Do you want to get divorced?
Oh my god, do we need to do this again, Ian? Please don't tell me that you submitted the divorce papers at the clerk's office like last time.
I just did because you decided to argue with me.
What? You should stop doing that even though you don't mean it, because people there are really busy and don't have time for that bullshit.
It's your fault because you always argue and make fun of me and don't do your duties.
When? Also, what do you mean, duties?
All the time. I mean, duties, I mean like cooking and cleaning and laundry and taking out the trash, etc.
This isn't the 1930s. When we got married, didn't you promise me to help me with the household chores? You did the first year.
Yeah, I did, but I'm busy with work and tired every day now.
I work too, but I do my best to do everything. Do you not appreciate me? I woke up early today and cooked dinner just for you. All I'm saying is to heat it up and eat it. Do you not know how to use the microwave?
See? This is what I'm talking about, okay? This.
What? Please don't tell me that this is the reason you decided to get divorced today.
This is the reason you argued with me that you don't want to come home and made fun of me for saying that I don't know how to use the microwave.
Ugh, come on, we're not in kindergarten. This is something that we can talk about, not getting divorced. Last time was because I was watching too much TV, and before that it was because I gained weight. I mean, really?
You got some damn nerve to argue with me. You will face problems if you get dumped by me. Do you know your place now? If you don't want this to happen, then you better listen to me.
I will say the exact same thing back. You think that divorce is some kind of punishment, but stop filing for divorce whenever we fight. I will go to the clerk's office next time to cancel the divorce even though I'm embarrassed when I have time. Have you ever thought about how people there feel about this? Probably not, because you don't care about others.
Excuse me? Watch your attitude.
Mine? You should watch yours. You'll regret acting like that later on.
How do I have attitude? I'm hardworking and a sincere man, and you should be lucky that you married me.
Seriously? Oh my god, sorry, but I need to laugh. Thank you for this because all my anger flew away and I can do well on my meeting from now on. So, will you excuse me? A few days later.
Hello? Why were you ignoring me all morning?
Because I'm pissed. If this project meeting doesn't go well today, it's your fault.
Why are you pissed? I just asked you to do the dishes.
I couldn't get enough sleep because of you. You woke me up in the middle of the night and told me to wash your dishes that you used. Wash your own damn dish. Is this revenge for the other day?
I don't know what you're talking about, but I won't wash it because that's not my job.
Look, if you don't want to do it, you could have soaked it in water so I could wash it in the morning.
I don't like it when the dishes are in the sink. You should know that.
Also, stop lying. You woke me up at midnight yesterday to wash your clothes because you got soy sauce on it. Doing these kinds of things 2 days in a row is kind of obvious that you're doing it on purpose.
Do you have proof?
I don't need proof. Anyone who saw this will agree with me. I'm not a housekeeper. Okay, you know what? I'm fed up with you, so I decided not to help you from now on. Be thankful that I listened and helped you up until today. I don't even want to see your face anymore, so I will not go to the clerk's office to cancel the divorce. It's so funny how you threaten me with one piece of paper.
Shut up! Do you think that you can act that way towards me?
Yeah, and? Why don't you think about my feelings too? Actually, why don't you learn how to be nice to people?
Oh my god, it's such a waste of time talking to you.
Okay, cool. We have the same opinion. Great. Bye! Later that day.
I'm not coming home tonight.
Okay, are you working overtime also?
Nope, I gotta go to a small party tonight, so I'm gonna get a couple of drinks.
Party? For what?
Divorce? With you! So, pack your bags tonight and leave the house tomorrow, okay? I don't want to have to see your face, so leave early, okay?
What a coincidence. I'm going to have a party with my coworkers too. Roger that.
I bet that you're crying right now. You can cancel the divorce if you want to.
I'm not, and why would I want to cancel it? Hey, guess what? I ordered an expensive bottle of champagne for the party tonight. Do you want to see?
No thanks. Are you sure you want a divorce with me? You'll be single again and your parents will not be happy with this.
Yeah, and? I want to say the same exact thing back, and of course I want to divorce you. I was going to divorce you the next time you submit the papers to the clerk's office, so thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
So, you're 100% okay with divorcing me?
Yep, I really don't care because I'm not a stay-at-home wife. I actually work full-time, unlike you who works part-time and earn a lot more than you.
Are you making fun of me?
No, I'm just telling you facts. Anyways, I'll leave the house as you wish, so make sure to pay for the mortgage, okay?
What are you talking about?
The mortgage. I've been paying for it this whole time.
No, I was paying for it, okay? Stop lying. You were using our card, right? It's mostly my savings.
The card is under your name, so you probably thought that you were paying for it, but I've been depositing money into that account every month to pay the mortgage. Do you know what else I was paying for? Living expenses, utility costs, and food expenses.
What? You never told me about this? Why didn't you tell me?
We don't even talk to each other. Plus, I was thinking that you'll just argue with me and threaten me with the divorce papers, so I just didn't say anything. Just wondering, was that your hobby or something? Anyways, I was fed up with that, and so that's why I did everything on my own. Well, now that we're getting divorced, I'll stop depositing money into our account and give your card back with only your savings in it.
Wait, so you weren't paying the mortgage and living expenses with just my earnings?
Were you seriously thinking that we could live off of only your earnings? Really? You only earn like 1.5 grand per month. If you married someone else, how are you going to support that person? I advise for you to start thinking about how you're gonna pay for everything.
That's gonna be a problem for me, so I have to go to the clerk's office now and cancel the divorce.
It's closed already, so just give up.
Then I'll go first thing in the morning, okay? I wasn't planning on divorcing you in the first place.
Then why did you submit the papers so many times? It was just a threat, right?
You're the bad guy here because you wouldn't listen to me. I thought that I needed to teach you a lesson. Do you not know that? I can't believe that you're gonna make me go tomorrow to cancel it. Are you serious? But I'll go because I'm nice.
What lesson? You just treated me like shit. Do you really think that you're nice? Where?
Yeah, because I'm going for you. You better be thankful.
I never told you to go for me, so it's gonna be a waste of time.
Why?
Even though you try to cancel the divorce, I'm not going to.
Are you being serious now, Sophie?
Yes, I knew you wanted to argue, so that's why I hired a lawyer.
Wait, a lawyer? Stop exaggerating and calm down.
I'm not exaggerating. I'm going to ask the lawyer to help me file a divorce, and I also found out that you were cheating on me, so I'll make you pay for alimony.
I never cheated on you. What are you talking about?
Are you serious? Does the name Gina ring a bell?
How do you know? Nothing happened between us, though. We're just friends. I can call her right now to prove that.
You don't need to make excuses and call her because I really don't care anymore. Plus, I have all the evidence. I also noticed that your payment was decreasing little by little, so I thought something was up. Do you know the reason why I kept calling off the divorce? I wanted more evidence from you. I was tolerating you this whole time.
So you were spying on me, huh?
Yes, because I wanted to take a revenge on you. I'll send all the evidence to the company so everyone will find out.
No, please don't. I might even get fired.
Might? You will get fired because my uncle is your boss. Did you forget?
Oh shit, I forgot.
I'm going to make your life a living hell. This is for threatening me and yelling and arguing with me. You were acting tough to me this whole time, but you're just a pathetic man who doesn't even have money. Can you pay for the lawyer? Probably not.
Can you think this over, Sophie? I'll apologize to you as many times as you want. I'll never cheat and argue with you and threaten with divorce papers. Just please give me one more chance.
I think I gave you many chances before, but you never decided to change your attitude, so it's kinda late now. Oh, just to let you know, my mom is moving my stuff with the moving company right now, so the house is yours from today.
What? Already? But what about the payments, though? Can you at least help me for this month?
Why would I? You wanted me to leave ASAP, and that's exactly what I did. Don't ask me about the payment because the house is not mine anymore. Plus, we're going to be strangers. Good luck for everything, and don't even think about asking me for help. I told you that you'll regret it later on. After the incident. We officially got divorced, and since all of the evidence arrived at the company, everyone found out about the incident and is giving Ian the cold shoulder. But since he needs to pay for alimony, he can't quit, so he's tolerating working there every day. He was dumped by Gina, and since he couldn't pay the mortgage, he got kicked out and he now lives in a crummy apartment and has nothing left but debt. He asked his parents for help, but they don't even listen to him, so he has nobody now. Looks like he's regretting everything, but it's too late. On the other hand, I got promoted to manager after my 2 projects were successful. I'm very busy every day, but I don't have to deal with that scumbag anymore, so I am living a stress-free life.
Were you finally able to save up some money, Melanie? What are you going to do with the money? Move into a new house? Which house are you thinking of buying?
Did Kevin tell you all this? We haven't decided on a house yet, but we have begun our search for a new house.
I had no idea that you had so much saved up. Kevin tells me that you have enough saved up that you don't even need to get a mortgage.
I'm not going to be able to pay for the house in one lump sum. But I don't want to rely on a bank loan, which is why I've been working really hard to save up as much as I can.
I see. So you are saving up to buy a new house. I thought that you were stingy, but I guess you had your reasons.
I guess you could say that. I've always been frugal, so saving up wasn't all that difficult for me. I've been married to Kevin for 15 years now, and the entire time I've been saving up for our dream home.
So that probably means you have around $300,000 saved up. Am I right?
I'm not comfortable discussing the amount of money I have sitting on my bank account. Why are you so interested in my savings?
Well, we're family now, so I think that I have the right to ask and know about these things.
I suppose, but
I was just thinking about how nice it would be for me to move into a new house as well. What do you say to living together?
I'm sorry, but I plan to live in my new house with Kevin and no one else.
I'm your mother-in-law. How could you say no to me?
I'm sorry, but it's not in our plans to live under the same roof as you. We told you the same thing when Kevin and I got married. Kevin and I have been dreaming of purchasing a house of our own, and the last thing we want to do is say yes to moving in with you.
Why are you so cold to me? What do you have against me? Don't you think that you're being a little rude to me?
Ever since you got divorced, you've been relying on Kevin for money.
I have, but Kevin is my son. I'm allowed to ask for his financial help if I need it. I raised him, so I should be able to receive money from him.
Kevin never gave you his money, he's lending it to you. On top of that, he's been sending you monthly payments to help out with your living expenses. We know that you're in a lot of debt. The last time that you came over to see us, you stole some of our valuable possessions from us. I'm sure you can see why we wouldn't want to live under the same roof as you.
You say that you can't live with me, but you're letting another woman live under your roof? What's that about?
She's my great aunt. She's been good to me, and now it's my turn to take care of her.
But it seems unfair that you'd let your great aunt live with you and not me. I'm Kevin's mother.
We can't get dragged into your financial problems. And my great aunt is only living with us temporarily. Once Kevin and I purchase a new home, my great aunt will no longer be living with us. I mean, the house that we're living in now is her house. I've been helping her out because she recently had some medical problems.
I really do hope that you and Kevin will invite me to move into your new house with you. I won't give up so easily.
Well, Kevin and I aren't going to give in either. I need to go now.
Melanie, you're working today, right?
Yes, that's right. Why do you ask?
Well, my mother was acting stranger than usual.
How so?
Well, she says that she's coming over to the house now. I told her that you're at work, but she wouldn't listen. She says that even if you're not here, she'd be coming over anyway. Did she text you?
No, she didn't. And this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Your great aunt is the only one at home right now, correct? Has my mother been introduced to your great aunt? I can't remember.
I don't think that the two of them have met before. But I'm sure that my great aunt would let her into the house seeing as she's your mother. I hope that your mother doesn't cause any trouble. I don't trust her. I'm gonna give a call to my great aunt now.
That would be the smart thing to do. I don't trust my mother either.
I'm starting to get worried. I hope that your mother is on her best behavior today.
I took the liberty of buying your new house for you.
Excuse me? Why did you go see my great aunt today? What did you need?
I already paid for the house. You have nothing to worry about. I didn't realize how easy it was to withdraw money from your account. I couldn't withdraw the entire amount in one go, so I went to the bank numerous times. The real estate agent allowed me to sign the contract for the house when I showed them the balance in your bank account. I'm going to need all the money in your account to pay for our new house.
What in the world are you talking about?
I know that you said you wanted a new house, but with the money you had, I could only purchase a second-hand property. Since I was the one that found this amazing house, I think that it makes sense that I live there with you and Kevin.
I'm not quite following you. What is this about? How were you able to take my money and go buy a house?
Once I figured out your passcode, it was all very easy. Thank you for saving up all that money.
Do you realize how crazy you're sounding right now? If you really did what you claim, it means you stole from me and made a huge purchase. I don't understand why you're being so cavalier right now.
I'm really grateful that you put in a lot of effort to save up all that money. I'm really looking forward to living in the house that I purchased with your money. You and Kevin are welcome to live with me if you'd like.
How many times do I have to tell you that Kevin and I have no plans to live under the same roof as you? How did you get a hold of my bank book and card?
I withdrew the $300,000 in your account and used the money to buy myself a house. Since we're a family, your money is my money, so I'm assuming that you have no issues with this, right?
I have my bank book right here. I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
I went to check that I had it after you told me about what you had done. But the bank book which belongs to my great aunt is missing.
Your great aunt?
Yes, the woman who let you into the house today. She only let you in because you're Kevin's mother. My great aunt never expected you to be a thief, too. She was terribly shocked when she realized that you had taken her bank book.
I don't get it. So you're saying that I took your great aunt's bank book instead of yours? But it had your maiden name on it.
Are you sure about that? My first name is Melanie, and my great aunt's first name is Melania. People confuse our names all the time because they're so similar. I think that you took my great aunt's bank book and assumed that it was mine.
Oh, you're right. What am I supposed to do now? Why does your great aunt have so much money? Well, I guess the money is mine now.
Do you not understand the gravity of what you've done? You committed a serious crime and you will be punished. You do understand that, don't you?
Look, it was an accident. I took her money thinking it was yours. I mean, we're all family, so I don't think that it's a crime.
Even if we are family, that doesn't make it okay for you to steal our money. My great aunt is furious with you.
Okay.
She told me that she's going to get her money back from you, and she's going to make sure that you don't take any more money from her.
Well, I need the money to pay for my new house.
Well, it's not your money to take. You shouldn't be buying a house if you can't afford it. My great aunt was careless for writing down her passcode, but that doesn't give you the right to steal her money. You're absurd for thinking you could steal your family's money and spend it on something so big like a house. You're a criminal.
I wasn't stealing that money. It's mine since I'm a part of your family now. Besides, I thought that money was yours. I was doing you a favor by buying you a house, which you were going to buy anyway. I know how busy you and Kevin are with work. I was only trying to help. Since I chose a house suited to my needs, I think that it would make sense for me to move in with you.
Do you realize how outrageous this is? You need to own up to your crime. You committed theft.
Aren't you blowing things out of proportion here? This is all a big misunderstanding. I only borrowed the money. I was going to pay it back eventually.
Neither me or my great aunt ever agreed to lend you the money, which makes it a crime. You took the money without our consent. Don't try to get out of this by saying it was a misunderstanding.
Wait a minute, Melanie. Could you please have a word with your great aunt and sort this all out?
She wants you to pay her back the money ASAP.
But I need the money to pay for the new house. Could she please give me a little time to come up with the money?
She doesn't care. She wants you to pay her back, and if you can't, she'll go to the police.
The police? She can't do that to me. Please don't make such a big deal out of this. We don't need to involve the police.
But you committed a crime. You should have never taken my great aunt's bank book and card.
Fine, I'll return everything to your great aunt. Are you happy now? Will you give me your savings instead?
Huh?
I need your money to buy us our new house. That way your great aunt can have her money back.
You must be joking. Why in the world would I give you my hard-earned money? No way!
I deserve to live in that new house.
I'd rather die than give you my money. Besides, I also bought a new house, so I don't have any savings left.
Oh, so you already bought a house?
Yes, we did. We didn't want to tell you because we didn't want you to think that you could move in with us. We were smart not to share any information with you. After all, you are a criminal.
I'm not a criminal. Stop calling me one. I went out of my way to find you a nice house that we could all live in.
I know that you bought that house for yourself. You don't care about anyone but yourself. Stop trying to rationalize your actions. You should just admit that you committed a crime and receive the punishment that you deserve.
You're not making any sense right now. The only thing that I wanted was to live happily with my son and his wife. What's wrong with that? And since you had the money, I was going to use it to buy us a new house. I didn't do anything wrong. We're family, remember?
I don't consider you to be family, especially after what you did to my great aunt.
What?
Neither Kevin or I agreed to live with you or give you any of our money. And we definitely did not ask you to go out and buy a house for us. What you did is a crime. Own up to it. To my great aunt, you're just some thief that came into her house and stole her money.
Some may consider what I did to be a crime, but that was not my intention and you know it. You know that I didn't do this on purpose.
I don't know what your intentions were, but you committed a crime and you need to take responsibility for your actions. You're going to get arrested for theft and you're going to end up paying back the money in full, whether you like it or not.
You're going to let the police arrest me? I'll pay back the money, so don't have me arrested.
Well, Kevin and I want nothing to do with you anymore. Stay out of our lives.
How can you say that to me?
After everything that you put us through, I think you saw this coming. We no longer consider you to be a part of our family.
I'm Kevin's mother. You can't do that to me.
Kevin didn't choose to be your son. I'm glad that he's finally able to cut you out of his life. You gave him a good enough reason to do so. Please don't try to get in touch with us anymore. We don't want to be associated with a criminal like you.
I can't believe that you're doing this to me. I'm sure that once Kevin comes to his senses, he'll realize that I mean more to him than you ever will. I won't forgive you for this.
You should stop blaming me and realize that you did this all on your own. You're the one that committed a crime and messed up your life. Don't blame me for any of it. It was nice knowing you, Kaya. Goodbye. In the end, Kaya was arrested after Melanie and her great aunt reported her crime to the police. Kaya's entire family cut her off, and she was completely alone to deal with the mess that she had created. She's now going to have to spend the rest of her life paying back the money that she stole. It turned out that the real estate agent that Kaya had reached out to buy the new house was a bad one, and they never returned the down payment on the house even after the deal was called off. Kaya tried to get out of her money problems by stealing from her family, but she ended up with more debt than she ever imagined. She shouldn't have been so reckless with her spending, and had she been less selfish, none of this may have happened. As for Kevin and Melanie, they moved into their new house and are living a happy and carefree life now that Kaya is out of their lives. No one knows what happened to Kaya after she came out of jail, but no one cares enough to want to help her out. Kaya will just have to deal with the problems in her life on her own. Kaya spent too much of her life taking from others and not appreciating it, so she will now have to suffer the poor choices of her past.
Hey, just curious, how's my mom doing? Is she still alive or has she finally kicked the bucket?
Sorry, what? What is that even supposed to mean?
Well, I heard that she has called for an ambulance to go to her house recently. I figured that must have meant that her disease finally worsened and that she finally bit the dust, maybe.
So you heard about the ambulance, but you're not even going to check on how your mom is doing.
I would, but I'm still just so busy with work and I really don't have the time. But you can go and check on her for me. Or have you already done so? Do you know how she is? Is she still breathing?
Ted, what is the matter with you? Why are you talking about your mom's health like that? Are you really not concerned with her health at all?
What's that supposed to mean? Of course I'm worried. Why would I even bother messaging you if I wasn't? I know that she's just your mother-in-law, but she's still my mom, you know. Which just makes me wonder, just why are you pretending to be so concerned about her health, huh?
Pretending? I'm not pretending anything. I'm just as worried about your mom's health as I would be my own health. How could you even say something like that to me, Ted? That really hurts my feelings.
Oh, right, I forgot how emotional you get over this kind of thing. Ugh.
Emotional? You seriously did not just say that, right?
Come on, don't go getting even more upset now. It's not my fault that I know you so well. You just always wear your heart on your sleeve.
Why are we even talking about this when we should be focusing on your mother's health? And if you were really worried, then I think that you would want to go and visit her in the hospital where she is now.
I already told you that I have a lot on my plate with work and I can't. I would go tonight, but I have a lot of stuff that I gotta work on and have ready really soon. And besides, just who do you think you are anyway, telling me what to do? You're just a housewife who doesn't even work, so don't go telling me how to live my life.
I don't see how one thing has anything to do with the other.
Oh, just give it a rest already, would ya? The fact that you're trying to change the subject tells me all I need to know. Anyways, can you just tell me if you think my mom is gonna be around much longer?
I seriously just have nothing to say to you at this point, Ted.
Oh, come on! What am I even doing now? I'm asking because I'm worried, isn't that what you want? Oh, well, I guess whatever happens is gonna happen. Just keep an eye on her for me, okay? I got work and all that.
Hey, Sarah, really sorry to bother you, but how's Bridget doing? I'm in a taxi on my way to the hospital to see her right now.
Hi, Harry. I can't really say for sure. I'm not a doctor or anything like that after all. But from what I've been able to glean, it doesn't sound like she has much longer.
Oh, well then I'll be sure to be there so I can at least see her this once before. Anyways, I really want to do this because Bridget has always been there for me when I was a little kid, and I feel like I owe her so much.
I knew that you two had known each other for a while, but what exactly is the connection between you two again?
Well, I think you know that growing up, I didn't have the best household to be in as a kid. My dad was always drunk, so after school I would go to Ted's house to play. I'm sure I was a handful to deal with at times, but Bridget was always so welcoming.
I see. She really has always been such a kind person, hasn't she?
They don't make them like her anymore, that's for sure. Also, any news from Ted? Is he there with you?
Oh no, Ted isn't going to be coming to see Bridget.
Wait, really? I just called his work and I was told that he already asked to go home early for the day. I just assumed that he left to go and see his mom.
He got off work early? But Ted was telling me that he had to stay at work late tonight to work on some important projects.
Well, I guess I don't actually have any idea what's going on. Maybe I just misheard what his office was telling me.
Actually, I don't really think that Ted cares at all what happens to her.
What? No, that can't be right. This is his mom we're talking about. I'm sure he's so scared for her.
No, I really don't think that he is all that invested at all in whether or not his mom lives or dies. I think that the only thing on his mind in the moment is how much he'll make from his inheritance once she's gone. This is the second time that Bridget has had to be rushed to the hospital, and he didn't even visit her the first time either.
Wow, I had no idea that was true.
Even when she wasn't at the hospital, Ted still never really ever made an effort to visit his mom at home. Even when he did come over, he would just go up to his old room and only ever came out when it was time to eat. I just don't get what his deal is.
Yeah, that's just so surprising. I mean, who would treat their own mother like that? But then again...
What is it? Then again what?
Oh, nothing. I thought I had thought of something, but I really don't think it's worth mentioning. Anyways, what matters right now is Bridget, and that's who we should be focusing on. Thank you so much for being there for her now, Sarah.
You're right. We can talk about Ted another time. But please get here quickly. I can't promise that she'll be around much longer.
I'll tell the driver to step on it.
Hey, I want you out of the house by the end of the day, got it? And make sure you take those divorce papers and drop them off at the courthouse after you leave.
Is that what the envelope you tossed at me while you walked out the door was?
You mean you haven't even opened it to look? Well, yes, they're divorce papers. I can't stand living with you any longer. I don't even see the point. I've been patient enough to stay with you up until now, but no more. We're through, you got it?
I knew this was always who you really were deep down. You're pathetic, you know that? I mean, don't you even have any sense of shame?
Oh, please, you want to talk to me about shame while you were more than glad to leech off me all these years? I knew that I was always worth much more than you. The only reason I kept you around was to look after my mom, and that's all.
And just where were you on the day that your mom died, huh?
We've been over this already. I told you I was too busy with work to go and see her. Are you seriously still hung up on the fact that I didn't go to the hospital to watch an old woman die? My work wasn't gonna do itself, you know?
And that's what you expect me to believe? That you were really busy with work?
Are you calling me a liar? I don't even know why I'm bothering to talk to you about this. This is pointless. Just get out of the house already, okay? I never want to see you again.
I don't know what I ever saw in you, Ted.
Well, I know that I found a sucker when I married you. You took care of my mom for 8 years, and now I can pay you back with this divorce. Thanks a lot, loser.
Oh, trust me. The pleasure in getting out of this dumpster fire of a marriage is all mine.
Oh, please, I know you're really devastated over this. You probably thought that you could have gotten away with a share of my inheritance after all the work you put in, huh? That's why you were always pretending to care so much about my poor, sick mom. I could see right through you from the very start.
I never once thought about you receiving anything from your mom. But I'm just glad that this whole thing is going to be behind me soon.
You know that you're not happy about this. You don't gotta pretend anymore. You're crushed that you'll have to find your way through the real world with no one to pay for you. I mean, what could an idiot like you possibly do now that you're gonna be single? Who's gonna buy your food or pay for the house, huh?
Well, it certainly isn't going to be you. Anyways, I have packing to do.
That's right. Just get out of here, you washed up old cow. Hey, Sarah, just what the heck is going on here, huh? How did you end up getting all my inheritance?
How did I do it? I didn't do anything. It was all distributed according to what your mom put in her will. If you're only going to be asking me stupid questions like that, I would prefer that you not contact me at all.
Wait, no, hold on. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'm her only son. I should have gotten everything she had. Why did she give it all to you? I don't get it. You must have done something or threatened her. This isn't right.
Do you really actually think that I threatened your mom? If you want to know about the will, then go talk to your mom's estate lawyer. She was there when your mom wrote it out and made sure it was all above board. I don't know why you're coming to me about this when it's the lawyer whose job it is to deal with all this.
But, I still don't understand. Why would my own mother do this to me?
You mean you really have no idea why you didn't end up with anything from your mom?
It just doesn't add up. I'm her son. I should have gotten everything. It's as simple as that. Not only that, but I'm her only living family. Dad died and I don't have any siblings. Doesn't she realize that means everything should go to me? I still don't get how this happened. You stole everything from me. You had to have done something to her.
Do you really think you deserve anything from your mom after the way that you've treated her for the past 8 years? This all makes perfect sense to me, really. You have barely said a word to her over that entire time. You would visit her house just to eat her food and hide in your home like some moody teenager. And on top of that, you never visited her either time that she was put in the hospital. How can you go on about being her only child when that's how you've been treating her?
But that isn't fair. I really was busy. I had work to do. How am I supposed to live if I don't work?
That has got to be a joke, right? You do know that we've already been living off of your mom for a few years now, right? You never learned how to save money, and we were always having to borrow from her.
But that doesn't mean that I wasn't earning anything. You owe me so much money for all that I've done for us.
This really is just sad. I can't believe that this is how you're choosing to behave over this.
No, you think that you're smart just because you robbed me of my inheritance? I won't let you get away with this. I'll sue you.
Really? You'll sue me? Well, you are more than welcome to try, I suppose.
That's right, I'm her son. And the only reason it seemed like I was mean to my mom was because I was too busy from work and always tired. I know that once the judge hears that, he'll order you to pay me everything my mom gave you right away.
Are you still going on about your job? Well, okay then. What exactly were you working on the night that your mom died?
What? You think that I remember what I was doing back then? Probably just work stuff, right?
And you were in the office while you were doing all of this work stuff?
Well, duh, where else do people do work? I go to the office to do my work. That's just how work works, you piece of work. I know that you've never had a job before, but I didn't think that I would have to explain that to you.
That just strikes me as interesting, because I have it on good authority that you asked to be let out early that night. You weren't in the office the night that your mom went to the hospital for the last time, and you could have gone to visit her.
Wait, no, I mean I was going to the hospital, but then I didn't make it in time.
Oh, really? Because when I called you and asked you to come see her, you said that you were still at work. So were you on your way to see her, or were you still at work?
I was on my way to see her, and I only said that I was at work because I wanted to surprise you both and cheer my mom up.
I mean, you wanted to try and give your mom a shock while she was in such a fragile state?
No, of course not. I just wanted to try and liven up the mood. I'm sure that everyone was really grim that night, right? I just thought that maybe a surprise visit from her son was just what she would need to turn her health around.
And if you were to sue me, that's really what you would tell the court?
Yes?
Well, let me just go ahead and tell you that you're just going to embarrass yourself if you do that. Just be real with me. What were you doing that took you out of the office but kept you from visiting your mom?
Okay, it's true that I wasn't in the office that night, but I really was doing stuff for work. I just had an important meeting with a client that I couldn't miss under any circumstance. But I really was going to try and make it to the hospital the moment that the interview was over.
I see. And who is this person that you were meeting with? Do you have any proof that this actually happened?
I would tell you, but it was part of a top-secret work project that I'm not allowed to tell people who aren't involved.
Okay then. Can you at least tell me where you met this person?
Well, it was at a restaurant near my office.
A restaurant. Open that late. It sounds to me like you went to a bar. And if it was near your office, it's probably that bar with all the young hostesses, isn't it? Don't answer that, by the way. I've already called them to confirm.
Did you really do all this digging into me?
I didn't do much, actually. But Harry was the one who found out that you had left work earlier than you had told me. Later that night, he called the bar and asked if you had stopped by, and they said that you had.
So, this is all Harry's fault. That little rat. I thought that him and I used to be friends. How could he do this to me?
Harry also told me that you had taken him to this bar before and were obsessed with a waitress named Mary. He told me that when he called the bar, he was told that it was Mary's birthday that night. I don't believe you, Ted. You really put this waitress's birthday before visiting your own dying mother in the hospital.
No, wait, you don't understand, okay? I already promised her that I would be there for her birthday. Of course I would have gone to the hospital otherwise.
Yeah, I'm sure that you would have. By the way, did you really spend $20,000 at the bar that night?
Was it really that much?
You probably thought that you were going to be getting money from your mom and were just buying everyone drinks, weren't you? Harry was told about how you were bragging about being on the verge of coming into some serious money and kept buying rounds for everyone.
Okay, I'll tell you the whole truth this time. It's true that I really was looking forward to getting the inheritance from my mom. I realized that I shouldn't have done that though, and it was wrong of me.
Okay, and?
Yeah, and so maybe you could, give me some of the money that you left to you? I mean, you know how much I spent at that bar. I'm flat broke right now. I need that cash.
You spent money that you didn't have and that's my fault? Besides, we're divorced, remember? Why should I have to give you anything?
No, please, I really am sorry for everything. I was wrong, and I see that now.
You've had 8 years to see that now, and you're only seeing it now that you're facing the consequences of your actions. Besides, I'm not the one that you should be apologizing to. Your mom died without ever hearing the words, "I'm sorry," leave your mouth. I gave you so many chances to get closer to your mom and be there for her like I was, but you never did. If you want someone to blame, go look in a mirror. After that, Ted realized that he was going to be swimming in debt and fled town. I heard that as he was leaving, he called his girlfriend from the bar, Mary, and invited her to run away with him. He explained all that had happened, but once Mary realized it meant Ted didn't have any money, she blocked his number. Apparently, Ted came back to town to try and talk to Mary face to face, but when he got there, the police were waiting to arrest him for fleeing his debts and they took him away. I'm sure that Ted really regrets his actions now, but it's more than too late for any of that. As for me, I'm trying to rebuild my life and enter the workforce. Thankfully, Harry knew some people who were hiring for a nursing service and told them I had years of experience. To me, nursing is about giving back to the people that helped build the world that we live in today. It may not be perfect, but it still feels good to give back.
Hey, Shirley! Wanna grab some food with me today, too?
Hey! Good afternoon! Thanks for the invitation, but I'm going to hold off for today. Let's go again later.
What? Why not? I wanted to go to the new boba tea place in the mall. Oh, why won't you come with me?
I really have a lot to do today, so I can't go with you, but do you have money though?
What do you mean?
Well, you always seem to forget your wallet at home or something.
Yeah, I know. I always think that I need to remember to bring it, but I always forget it somehow. I'm such a clumsy girl. Can't be helped, I guess.
Even if it can't be helped when you forget your wallet, every time you borrow your money when you don't have your wallet with you, I don't think you've ever returned the money. Like, ever.
Really? I don't know. I forget about it. I always thought I paid you back. Sorry about that. I'll be sure to pay for all of it later.
When is later? Literally, when are you going to pay? It's not just me either. You've been borrowing from a lot of people, doing the exact same thing you said to me. If you don't have any money, you really shouldn't be inviting people out to go any places to eat or drink, right?
Why would you say such a thing? That's so mean, trying to leave me out. I don't want to be left out when everyone else is going out.
It's not that we're trying to leave you out. Even if you can pay, we're more than happy to go out with you. But you clearly don't have any intention of paying. And you keep saying you forgot your wallet. We don't want to take you out either. Altogether, I think you owe me like $300.
That much? No way! You're being way too dramatic. Complete exaggeration.
I have all the receipts from when you borrowed money from me. I checked yesterday to tally it all up, and that's how much it was. Until you're able to pay me back, I'm not going to go anywhere with you.
I can't get in touch with any of the other moms either. They're all avoiding me. Do you know where they are?
Stacey, are you listening to me?
I'm listening. I'll pay you back when I can pay you back.
That's not the point of this.
So, what about the others? Are you with Kim too?
Yeah, she's here. We're all on vacation with the people that get along well.
Hang on. What do you mean, get along well? What about me?
I thought that you didn't have money, so I didn't invite you.
That's so mean. You left me out? I thought I was part of the group, though.
I mean, usually you're a part of it, yeah, but you never pay. Even when we go out to eat together, just like you deserve to be paid for.
That's just because I'm always unlucky. How could you just leave me out like that? That's so mean. I thought we were friends and we got along. Where are all of you guys going?
We're all going out to one of our weekend getaway resorts.
Weekend getaway resort? That's not fair. Where are you now?
We're all about to get on the shuttle now.
What? Which getaway?
The one we always go to. Why?
I'm gonna head over now.
Huh? What do you mean?
If I hurry up and drive over, I should be able to catch up to you guys, right? I'll go find the sitters right away. I'm sure I'll beat the shuttle anyway.
But we've only reserved for us at the getaway.
Oh, I'm sure it'll work itself out. I want to go with you guys for sure. I don't want to be left out all alone.
But we literally haven't reserved for you. What are you going to do when you show up? What about gas money?
Stop pretending like I'm someone who has no money. I'm totally fine. All right, I'm heading over now.
We're just gonna go to the resort with just ourselves. We can't just keep waiting for you.
Oh, come on. You guys can wait up a little bit.
We already have everything planned out. We aren't moving with you as the main person in this event. We can't do that. Sorry to break it to you.
Just keep that negativity to yourself. Just hang out and wait for me. I'll be there in like 2 hours. Alrighty, see you then. I'll message you when I get there. I'm here. Where are you guys? Hello? Where are you guys staying? Miss Shirley, I've made it here.
I see. We're already at our hotel. We're gonna go head out and sightsee, so bye-bye.
Wait, hang on. Where are you guys? I didn't hear what hotel you guys are staying at. I can't just go there on my own. Can you guys come get me?
Did you bring your wallet?
Huh? Why?
If you drove here, you definitely brought your wallet and some money, right? First, you need to pay me my $300. Then you can also pay back the rest to everyone else, okay?
No, I can't do that. Just tell me where to go. I forgot my wallet, but someone will spot me, right?
No one is going to spot you. Also, just like I said before, we haven't saved you a spot. You literally won't be able to stay with us.
What? I'm sure I can stay. There's gotta be at least one empty room, right? Couldn't you have asked when you checked into the hotel? Why didn't you?
Oh my god, why do I have to do all of that for you?
Because we're friends, of course. You can at least do that for me. I still can't even believe that you left me and only me out anyway.
You're just being annoying now. Let me just make it clear. I'm not going to tell you where we're staying. If you're dead set on coming with us, you have to pay us back for what you owe us.
Oh, but I came all the way out here. I literally can't believe I can't stay with you. And you won't even spot me? That's so mean. Honestly, I thought we were all gonna just go home together anyway, so I actually only rented a car to drive here.
How could you count on other people that much? I don't understand at all.
If you're not gonna spot me, someone else can. I'm not picky about where the money comes from. I'm sure someone else will pay for me, right? Can you ask them for me? No one is replying to any of my texts or calls.
Of course they're not replying. Right now, we're all reading your text messages together.
What? You're the worst. How could you make me look so bad in front of everyone?
You're seriously starting to cause us a headache. Can you start catching on already? You need to pay us all back for the exact amount that you owe us. Every single penny that you owe.
Oh, do I really owe you all that much? I'm sorry, I didn't know. Seriously, sorry. After this whole vacation, I'll be sure to pay you back. I just want to have fun with everyone is all.
Seriously, you're just like a broken record. I'm getting tired of this conversation. So, I'm gonna have Noreen contact your husband.
What? Noreen is there too?
Yeah, she is. Noreen's husband is a coworker of your husband, and also friends too, right?
I didn't realize that Noreen was with all of you too.
Yeah, I know. Because you always told her to stay quiet, since you didn't want your husband to know. You were always afraid of your husband finding out.
My husband and her husband are together today too. Who would have thunk?
Really? Perfect. I'll have them talk right away.
Please, no, I'll pay you all back. I didn't have enough money for when my husband gave me my allowance each month.
Huh? Really? But all your wallets and bags are all brand name. The LV wallet that you always keep in your Chanel bag, and yet you somehow forgot it every time. Were you really trying to save money? Or were you just spending it all on random things?
Okay. Next month, I swear, I'll pay all of you back, I promise. That's enough, right? Please tell Noreen not to tell. I'm begging you right now.
I think she already told him.
What? Hang on a sec. Where are you right now? Let me explain everything.
I think it's only a matter of time before your husband finds out about you too. Does that mean your husband didn't know you were out here?
He doesn't know anything. I'm the one that manages all of his income, so he doesn't know how much I take out.
Ah, so he didn't know that you would always lie about forgetting your wallet and annoying people?
Yes, exactly. That's why I don't want you to tell him. What am I supposed to do? Can you tell him it's all a misunderstanding? If you just find a way home for me, I'll leave you all alone this time.
Of course I'm not going to lend you anything. You say this time, but we're not going to do anything with you. Not until you pay us back in full.
What? My kids too? You should feel bad for the kids. That's so mean.
The kids are kids, so I wouldn't do such a thing. That would actually be mean. I don't mind if our kids play together as much as they want. But we're not going out for lunch or tea. In fact, we're not going to go anywhere with you. Never. Until you pay us all back.
Oh, my husband is calling me right now. What do you think I should do? I have to go home in a hurry. Can you just spot me a little bit for the bus then?
Where's the LV wallet you always carry?
I really only had enough for the one-way here. What should I do?
It has nothing to do with us anymore. We didn't even invite you anyway. You're the weird one here, expecting to have people paying for you when you came out here. You should probably contact your husband and tell him everything that happened. Maybe you should start by apologizing to him. Alright, we're going to go have fun at the gateway now. Hope you can find your way home. Stacey ended up answering the phone and confessing everything to her husband. Her husband was confused, but came to pick her up anyway. This whole debacle caused her husband to catch on. He found out about her lavish spending on all her belongings, and he was furious. All of the brand name things were sold, and the husband decided he would be the one managing the money now. She was forced to pay everyone back using the money from selling the brand name goods. Although she paid everyone back, she decided to start working a part-time job. She apparently stopped getting invited to lunch by all her friends.